And we're live from the Scotty Sports post-game show as your Highland Scotties lost to Johnson County 63-47, their second loss on the season. Coach, we'll start off with you. Your thoughts on tonight's game, and then we'll open it up to the floor.
Obviously a disappointing performance on our part. I thought Johnson came in with a lot of purpose, and we let the game get away from us. We had opportunities at times to maybe create some offensive rhythm and never really got into it, and their defense was better than our offense tonight. And unfortunately, we could never really get out of a poor rhythm, and we made it worse. We had a lot of people trying to win the game by themselves, which caused a lot of bad shots, and maybe we as a coaching staff should have come up with some different sets or something to kind of get us into a rhythm. But we just never got there. Fortunately, this is not the region tournament, but it sure puts us in a hole as far as region seeding.
Coach, one thing that looked like it hurt you tonight was the three-point shooting. I know you were late in the game, you're trying to get back in the game, but I mean, even though you only shot 6 out of 32 from the floor outside the arc, you still stayed with the rebound total.
Yeah,
the girls played good on the board.
Our offensive boards were good. Defensively, the start of the second half, we gave up a few that I thought were poor. But yeah, our rebounding didn't kill us, and honestly, Russ, our defense didn't kill us. We played well enough defensively. We had some breakdowns late. I'm more of I'm not a stat guy. It's always good to see the stats, and the one stat we always want to look at is what did we do when we needed to make plays. And when we went up one, we needed to get some stops, and we had 3 possessions in a row where we gave up baskets, and that's when we needed to make stops. But defensively, overall, we played well enough to win the game. Three-point shooting, and I love the three, but you've got to attack the basket consistently to be consistent from the three-point line, and we didn't do that. Early on, we kind of pass it around and shoot the three, and we had people taking shots that maybe shouldn't have, those are not problems you want to deal with this time of year. Sometimes that stems from somebody trying by themselves to win the game and bring you back, and sometimes that just stems from, I'm open. As the old saying goes, maybe there's a reason, and we didn't shoot it well. I didn't think, but give Johnson credit. One of his strengths year in, year out is they defend. They really work hard at taking the paint away, and they did a better job of taking the paint away than we did of attacking the paint.
Up until tonight, a lot of your games were up tempo, a lot of fast break stuff. Tonight it was more like a slugfest. Everybody slowed the game down. Do you think that was a little more out of the girls' comfort zone?
Well, I think that does help Johnson because the more possessions in a game probably helps us in this one. The less probably helps them. Russ, we're still not ripe from losing Cheyenne Tramble yet as far as getting out in transition and pushing the ball and making quality decisions. And we may not ever get back to being that team. We may have to morph a little bit into something else, but we've got to come up with some solutions, and we don't have much time. The defending national champion comes to the gym on Wednesday. Labette, who just beat Johnson County, we'll see them next week. Brown Mackey, who took Labette to double overtime, we'll see on Saturday. So we don't have a lot of time to make a lot of adjustments as far as how we transition from one thing to another, but we've got to get in. We've got to get in, watch film, and come up with some answers on what it's going to take. The region's probably tougher than it's ever been. We could very easily slide to a 4 seed, 5 seed, if we don't get things corrected in a short period of time.
When you really got in trouble, it looked like basically, your foul situation got hurt early. That took a couple of your key players out of the game early. You were 9 out of 14 from the free throw line. Johnson 19 out of 27. More points when the clock wasn't running.
Yeah, and Russ, the 2 losses we have this year, both of those we've lost the free throw battle. And it's not necessarily about makes, but how many times you get to the line. Some of John, what Johnson get 10 free throws late, so you could probably take about 10 of those off of there, and then it's pretty even. But we didn't attack the basket consistently. We really were soft with our penetrations, and then our shot selection, I wasn't very happy with at all. Like I said, Johnson does a great job at a lot of things, and I don't want to take anything away from them. Kylie Williams came in and had a great game for them. Little St. Joseph product. You hate when somebody in your backyard comes in and makes you look bad, but she had a nice game. And we've got to. One of the things that we've got to understand is winning is not easy, and nobody's going to give it to you. And sometimes you get that false perception of, well, if we show up and we play, we'll win. I thought Johnson worked really hard, and unfortunately, at times I thought they played harder than we did. It's just battling for little plays here and there, and we've got to clean that up.
You had 8 points tonight, 3 out of 9 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the floor, and you had 7 rebounds. How comfortable do you play tonight against Johnson?
Comfortable. I would say I didn't play my game as well as I should have. I wasn't attacking as much as I should have, and I was settling for a 3, or I would get it and look around and just pass it back instead of playing my game and doing what I do best, which is attacking the basket.
Have you both of you had a chance to look at KCK?
Russ, I've watched a little. They're different than what they were a year ago, and even the last 2 years not having Cheyenne North. Obviously, they're still a good basketball team. Brooklyn Wagler is a very good basketball player. They've got a lot of players. They're going to zone us. In fact, I don't think we'll see a man defense until we see Labette in about 2 weeks from now. But KCK will zone us, and they'll, against our man, they'll try to run some sets. They've got 3 or 4 kids that can really shoot the three, and unfortunately, like tonight, we let their 3-point shooters have shots, and we worked at taking those away, and we didn't do a very good job. There's a big difference between doing it in practice and doing it in the game, and we've got to transfer some of that. And some of these other kids that have been in a role before where maybe their possessions weren't as important, have got to step up and understand the value of possessions. And I don't know if we did that tonight, but KCK is they're not going to come in here and give us a win, and everybody's going to be battling for seeding. More than any other year that I've been here, seeding in the region tournament is going to be giant. Yes, we would love to win the conference. More than that, we need to be a top 2 seed in the region so that we're not going on the road in the second round of the region tournament. And we've dug a hole. It's not a hole that we can't get out of, but it's a hole that we've got to. We don't need to use the shovel anymore. We need to find a ladder.
Thank you for your time, guys. Get after.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you.
Again, the Scotties lose a tough one at home, 63-47 to Johnson County. They'll play this coming Wednesday at Ben Allen Fieldhouse against Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Jamaica, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.